it's Kyra.
And it's Alisha.
And today we will be doing something a little bit different here on our channel. We've actually never done a video like this before.
Yeah.
But we thought it would be fun to do a sister does my makeup, or I guess twin sister does my makeup video.
Yeah.
I kind of thought of, and it was like, oh, it'd be fun if one of us did each other's makeup.
Yeah.
The way that we would do our makeup, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to do a look on her that like I would do on myself. I will try to keep it more on the natural side. Natural for me, y'all. But you know, more like neutral tones and then probably like a bold lip or something. So, ready?
Yeah. It feels so weird like being on camera without any makeup on. Like it feels so weird, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so first is what, the brows?
Okay, so first I'm gonna be doing the brows. First we'll be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. We actually both use this in the shade Espresso. And so I'm gonna just use this to line out her brows. Y'all, can y'all believe it's already March?
Yeah, this year is flying by so fast.
Yeah, I legitimately do not know like where the time is going. But it's so crazy that it's already March and like the baby will be here in like 2 months.
Yeah, this year is going by so fast, y'all. I'm trying to talk that much because she's on my face. But yeah, I feel like this year is going by so fast already. Like it's ridiculous that we're almost a quarter into the 2017, which is crazy. It was like just yesterday. It was like New Year's Eve. I hope y'all are enjoying our videos together. We've done two so far. We've done two so far.
Yeah.
This year, which is weird because we hadn't before.
We hadn't done one
before like last week. We hadn't done one together since like August or September. So it had.
Oh yeah, September. Yeah, we're definitely trying to do more videos together more frequently, as opposed to like going months without doing it. So we're trying to like intentionally plan out trips to come visit each other.
Yeah.
More often. So like me and Deanna are here for this weekend. I think we'll be together in April for her shower.
Yeah.
Probably a video.
Then
next month too.
Yeah. So I mean, it won't be. Granted, it still won't be as frequent as it used to be back in like the days we used to live together. Because you guys know, like prior to when we move out, a year and a half ago. Well,
You were like
a year and a half ago. Prior to a year and a half ago, we used to pretty much record like every other week together.
Yeah.
Because we live together. But now because we live in two separate like states, it's really hard. But we are trying to make it more of a priority this year to actually like record at least as frequent as possible together.
Y'all, I gotta tell y'all how excited I am to be honest. Like, I literally cannot wait to have a baby around. So I got spoiled. For me, I think the best thing about having like friends and now basically a sister that has kids is like anytime I get like a little inkling to want to have kids, and something happen when I can just go play with them. You know, we have two best friends that have babies, and Alisha has hers. That's gonna be my main child basically. So it's like anytime I have the urge to want to go visit, you know, have a baby, I just go play with little Val, and I'll be good to go. Yeah, it's weird because it's like we kind of always said that whenever we had kids, we wanted kids to be like close together, like not, you know, like we wanted them to be born around the same time, but. It's like I knew Alisha would have kids this early, but I didn't really think she was gonna have kids this early. So I
don't understand why. Like, I don't know why. You already knew that.
What?
That we weren't having kids. We weren't gonna wait to have kids till we're 30 years old.
And I'm saying that in my mind, like I knew you guys were gonna have kids soon, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this soon.
Oh, I feel like everybody thought it was gonna happen. I think that we personally were later than people thought we were gonna have kids. Cause I thought people thought we were gonna have kids like within a year of us getting married.
I think I'll have kids that time. Okay, so all I did is I just filled in her brows with the pencil. Now I'm gonna go ahead and so this is what her brows look like right now. I just literally used the micro brow pencil. Now I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia dip brow and an angled brush and kind of just fill them in a little more and just kind of make sure that the brows stay in place. Because the shape of her brows look completely different now than they usually do whenever you do them. Oh. Because you know you do them like more rounded.
Yeah, what is it? I can't see. I have a mirror in front of me, so I can't see what it looks like up close.
So like right now, like you see how Alisha's brows look right now compared to like typically she does them. They're more like a little round. They're more rounded.
Oh, okay. I apologize, you guys, if y'all can hear a dog in the background barking. That's my dog. That's my dog Leia, and I think she hears like kids playing outside, so of course she wants to join the fun.
Speaking of dogs, if you guys haven't followed me and Deon's vlog channel, You guys want to know what that means? Am I getting a dog? Well, we're getting a dog if I complete. So we have this bet basically that if I work out 3 times a week for at least 45 minutes each time for 2 months straight, every week for 2 months straight, then we'll get a dog. So I am on a week 2, so I still have a while to go. But yeah, I'm like really committed to getting this dog.
So does that mean that you can start looking for dogs like around like a month and a half? Or do you have to wait, complete it before you can start looking for dogs?
No, I'll probably start looking for dogs like towards the end of the 2 months. Probably like around, yeah, it's probably around like the middle to end of April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to, well, I already got on a small dog for sure. Mm-hmm. And then we have to have a dog that's hyperallergenic because Dion has really bad allergies. So basically that narrows down a breed because it has to be, you know, small and hyperallergenic. So we're thinking either Yorkie, Shih Tzu, some kind of mix of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want one. Well, I've been wanting one for a while, but Dion just like has not been on adopting train. He honestly still isn't, but he's just doing it just because he knows I really want one. I only want one because like now that, especially now that I'm home like 24/7, like since I work from home now, during the day I get so bored and I just need some company. And also I will admit that I do want to start practicing for having kids. Like I least, like, cause right now,
Cortez said,
yeah,
Cortez we had said that we were saying that we think that one of the reasons why you will need a dog is because to practice for having kids.
Oh yeah, I know I need some practice because you know me and Dion, we so used to like it's just be me and Dion. I haven't had to take care of anything ever. So yeah, that's why I'm like I want to just kind of get used to like having something that I have to basically take care of 24/7. So now I'm taking the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in medium deep, and I just took the lightest shade, which is NC40, and took an L flat liner brush and used that to carve out her brows. So I just took it and kind of carved her brows out. Yeah. But yeah, Leia was really bad, and that was first for a couple months.
Yeah, she was.
I would love if I could get a dog that's already trained. Like if I could just buy a dog that's like already potty trained, already knows how to.
You have to get like an older dog though.
I know, but I don't want an older dog. So yeah. It's like I wish I could get like, I don't know. I mean like pay for like the training classes or something instead of doing it myself. I was watching one of Vicky Logan's, like the Logan's vlog, and they train their dogs to like they have a bell at the door.
Oh yeah,
and they train their dog to use the bell. I was like, that is so cool. Like I would love if I could get my dog to do that.
Yeah. Leia's finally at the point now where she just stands by the door. She just stands by the door to let us know she wants to use her turn. But it used to not be like that. It used to not be like that.
So, what are you excited most for having a daughter?
What I'm excited the most for? Probably just having like, I don't know, I'd probably say just having like another person to like love on. Ooh, you're my eyeball. To have another person to love on, and I don't know, I guess just taking care of another human being. Like, because like, granted I do have a dog, but like actually having a human that I have to actually legit, like for real care for, it's just like a whole different thing. So I think I'm just excited to have a little person around here that will like bring, like I know she's gonna bring Cortez and I so much joy. Like I can already say how she is. So just the idea of like just having somebody that brings us a lot of joy and that we can just love on like 24/7, I think will be like a really exciting thing. To see Leia interact with Val will be interesting. I don't know, I'm just excited to have a baby, like just to have a baby around. And granted, I know it'll be a lot of work and stuff like that, but I think I'm personally prepared for it. So
there's like a saying that's like the one thing you can never prepare for is being a parent.
Yeah.
So it's like how many books you read, how many, you know.
We haven't even read any books, to be honest. We haven't read any books. I've read like a couple of, like, I've read articles like that, but as far as like reading books and stuff, I haven't really read any. Because I kind of feel like at the end of the day, it'll come natural to us. Like I feel like once you have a baby, your natural maternal instincts will kind of like kick in. So I have like read on some stuff, but as far as like reading like legit like parenting books, I haven't really read any, and I probably won't before she gets here, because I now have 10 weeks left. So probably 8 to 10. It depends on when she comes. So at this point, and I mean,
but it's like, what do you read up on now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we are taking classes. Our first class is next week. So we are taking classes.
Birth class?
Yeah, it's like a birthing. Well, I think it's in four classes. So one class is like a birthing class. One class is a a breastfeeding class. One class is I think like a CPR type class. I don't remember. I think that's like one class is CPR type class. Yeah. And then one class is, I guess, like the do's and don'ts and like what you need for your baby and all that stuff. So okay, so I feel like when it comes to parenting, I feel like I always feel like different ways about getting advice because
okay, so while she was talking, I went ahead and applied the Becca Evermatte Pores Perfecting Primer, and now I just applied the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer, and apply this all over the lid to make sure that her eyeshadow doesn't crease and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So what I was saying was
advice.
Oh yeah. So okay, like the one thing about like being on YouTube and like, you know, like having friends that have kids and having parents and all stuff like that, is like, you know, you get a lot of advice from parenting and all that stuff, which I totally appreciate. Like, I know it's out of love, so I appreciate it. But the thing about it is, I feel like people forget that like all children are different and the way you raise your kids can be different. So I just don't really, the one thing I don't like about getting advice is that people try to like push their, you know what I'm saying? Try to push their ways of parenting on you whenever you might have a different idea of like what you want to do with your kids. So the one thing I just don't really like about getting advice from people, I take it in because I know it's out of love. It's just, I just sometimes can't stand like the forcing part of advice. That's what I really just really hate it. Or like whenever people give advice, you didn't ask for it and to begin with. Like that's another thing. Like whenever you're just like like you're just talking about anything random, and all of a sudden somebody will talk to you about like, oh, make sure you blah, blah, blah. Yeah, make sure you do this. This is gonna happen. Blah blah. And it's like, yeah, you know that could happen, but kids are different. Like maybe your child will do something that my child doesn't do. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of one thing that's kind of like, aggravated me in a sense about being pregnant is just all the unwanted or unwarranted advice that gets thrown at you left and right.
What's one piece of advice that you've gotten that you like up to now?
Can't think of anything as far as that goes right now, but I will say that people will say advice that like is common sense. No, one thing I really hate that I think people think that me and Cortez don't know is like, make sure y'all spend a lot of time together now because, you know, when the baby comes, it's what Kyra just said. And we're just like, we know that, like you know what I mean? Like people always, not say all, that's one thing we always hear. We always hear that. Yeah.
Oh, and then I also just color corrected her face using that same MAC Pro Concealer Correct palette, and I just took the orangey shade down here and just applied that all over her face because Alisha has been suffering some breakouts due to like pregnancy skin and everything. Yeah. So she has a lot of like darker areas right now, so I just use that to kind of help kind of even out her skin tone. So go ahead.
Yeah, people say that phrase a lot, which we know happens. So we're just like, we know, like we know, or y'all know what I mean. If you've been pregnant before, you know what I mean as far as like just getting advice that is either one, common sense that people say all the time, or two, just advice that you really didn't ask for and that they kind of force on you, or it's just, I don't know, like the whole breastfeeding debate, like, you know, it's, you know, just that in itself as far as like people, you know, pretty much show you that
that you should or something.
Well, I mean, I plan to, which is, that's just me, but I personally do not judge people who do not breastfeed. Like, you know what I mean? Like if people want to formula feed or whatever, like I personally don't care. Like that's you.
That is like one touchy thing, and I don't personally understand why it's such a big deal.
Like personally for me, like my plan is like when I initially have my baby, I'm gonna breastfeed exclusively, you know, for at least a couple of weeks, and then I plan to pump, which is why I got my pumping stuff over there. But like as far as like people like really truly care about like other women, you know, like breastfeeding or not breastfeeding or just doing, it's just, I'm like, why do you care? Like as long as the baby's healthy, like, you know, that's all that matters. That whole debate about whether you should co-sleep with your baby or not, everyone knows the risk of co-sleeping. It just depends on what you personally prefer and people try to force, you know, their opinion about that on you. It's just a lot, like a lot of debating going on, and I personally just don't like to be involved in it because I feel like at the end of the day, you're not the mom like the other, like she is. So why focus so much attention on what they are doing? Let me do me. Just let moms just be themselves and decide what they feel is, you know, what they personally feel is right for their child.
Just like when I get pregnant, I don't want your advice.
Yeah.
My thing is like if I don't ask for it, I mean that's just in general. Like in general, anything. Like not even just a mom. If I don't ask your opinion, I don't need to give
in general, exactly. In general.
All right, so I didn't mention earlier what I had actually used for her foundation because she was talking. But I used the Maybelline Matte and It's not Maybelline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade Classic Tan, and then mix this with the MAC Match Master in the shade 7.5. So I just mix these together back of my hand to give her right shade. So now I'm gonna go in and highlight using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey. And I apologize to you guys for the angles. I don't know if you guys really want to see like every single step, but it's kind of hard to do this in this little position that we're in.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, like one tip, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but one tip that I do, like whenever I really want my nose to look real slim, is to bring the concealer, to bring the concealer up along the sides of the nose. So you'll bring the concealer up in onto the sides of the nose, and then of course create the line in the middle, if that makes sense.
Oh, I had kept hearing a whole bunch, like I have been hearing a whole lot of buzz lately about the show, This Is Us.
Oh yeah.
I kept hearing so much about it, so I finally gave in and started binge watching the show. And that show, you guys, is actually really, really good. Like I only got into episode, I believe like 10 or 11, but it is such a good show. Like, granted, you feel all the emotions in pretty much every single episode. Like, from the first episode.
I told Alisha, my younger sister Raina, I feel like every single episode I tear up and darn near cry almost every episode.
It's a very emotional show. Like even Cortez, like he just says like he can't watch it. He can't watch like that because of how like emotional of a show it is. It's just a very emotional show. But personally, I love that kind of stuff. So you know, I'll watch it. Like, you know.
I was watching. Look this way. Yeah, I was watching the one from last week earlier, and Dion had missed the beginning. Well, Dion hasn't really watched it with me, and so he had walked in like in the middle of the episode, and he was watching it. He's like, I'm about to cry.
I finally started watching it, and it
one last week was really sad.
Okay, I might try to watch it tonight. Then I might stay up this late tonight and just binge watch it. Yeah, I just like all the different storylines, like all the different characters. Like it just, I love it.
Okay, now I'm setting her face or her under eye and the highlighted areas using the Sasha Buttercup powder.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't really come upon any other like
this season. No, last week's How to Get Murder.
Yep,
that was really bomb. Like the really 2 episodes were pretty lit. Like I really enjoyed. I just wish it's like I mean we have to. I love that show so much, but I always hate. Well, I don't really hate it, but I mean I do at the same time. I always hate how they like always leave cliffhangers at the end of every single season. So it's like you always want to know more as far as like who killed who and why they killed someone. It's just you always want to know more, and of course they don't give it to you until the next season. So I haven't really been into a lot of like TV/social media because it's funny because I try to post like two posts a day on Instagram, you know, for branding purposes. Instagram and Snapchat really haven't been like I haven't really been so into it lately. Like I'll keep up with people and try to keep up with like what's going on but I don't know, y'all. Recently I just haven't really been like super into it. Like I'll just hop on for a second, look at a few posts, watch a few Instagram stories, and then like hop off. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be, which I think is a good thing because I feel like at a certain point it's always good to kind of just like fall back and kind of just like regroup and not really focus so much on like social media or TV or whatever's going on, like, and kind of get yourself together.
Okay, so I just set her face using the MAC Minimalized Skin Finish in Dark, and now I'm about to bronze up her skin a little bit using the MAC Minimalized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. So make that fish face. Okay, now I'm using the Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Bronze Glow. And it's using this shade to kind of carve off her nose.
If y'all ever looking for like a really good pressed powder that like blends out really well, the Black Radiance pressed powders are like my favorite. Or one of my favorites, because I feel like it blends, it's not cakey at all. At least to me it's not. Like it's not cakey at all, yeah. What you do wash it up?
The same thing.
It's still
no, that's not same. That's same wash and go. I wash my hair. No, I wash my hair too.
The hell, like that.
So I did someone's makeup for the first time in like forever last Saturday, and I have realized how much I don't like doing makeup.
Cortez always tells me that I should think about like doing natural hair like on the side, but I always tell him it's like, babe, like people are picky, and my patience is low. My patience level is very low, and just the idea of like spending time doing somebody else's hair and then they possibly hate it, or just hair takes time. Like y'all doing hair takes a long time. And kudos to the people who can do people's hair. Kudos to them, because I couldn't do it. Like I struggle doing my own hair. Like I don't want to do my hair once a week. So imagine doing people's hair like all the time on a consistent basis. I would pass out. Like
okay, now we're almost done, you guys. Now it's just the eyes. So I'm gonna take the Morphe 35O palette and take this shade right here just to kind of use this as a transition shade.
You definitely have to be called to do like makeup or hair, but I just thought that just is not my calling like at all. Like I love makeup and I love hair products and doing my own hair, but as far as like other people, but that's not mine at all. So the exciting thing is that me and Kyra could possibly be living closer near each other by the end of this year. So that is exciting. Like, yeah, I'll tell you more about it later on down the road. But we could be back to living like an hour and a half, like an hour and a half apart.
That's not anything.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Yes.
And the drive is the drive is really easy. Yeah. But we could go back to living between an hour and 2.5. It depends on where we end up being, but there's a possibility that we could be within an hour and a half of each other. And if that was the case, and if that's the case, there will be plenty of more videos with us together again.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a lot more videos.
Yeah, of us together. Because by that point, I would have gotten used to being a mom and stuff too. So it would, I'd be back in the groove of filming and working and all that stuff. So that's kind of exciting thing about. Yeah, it's so weird how it's patchy. It's dry in that in just in this area right here. But I've kind of learned to stop obsessing about certain things at this point, because at this point I only have two and a half or so months left, and I can't change anything.
You got this story, my small.
Yeah, I can't change it at this point. It is what it is.
Not this way.
It is what it is. All the symptoms will go away when I have her, so I'm just counting down until she's here. So I'm focusing less on my own personal issues, and then focusing on preparing for her to be here. Which, if y'all are wondering, we haven't done anything. We haven't done this. If y'all are wondering, we haven't really set much up for her, because it's so hard, because we have stuff. Me and Cortez are determined to set everything together before she gets here. So we pretty much have 10 weeks, which I feel like is a lot of time to get yeah.
Okay, so yeah, all I did is I applied this coppery shade to her eye, and then kind of darkened up the crease area with a lighter brown that I showed you guys, and then darker brown. Okay, so for her lips, I just used the Ruby Kiss? Or RK by Kiss. Perfect Precision Lip Liner and Gingerbread.
Yeah.
There's a brown liner. And then I'm gonna use this shade Brink from ColourPop. It's ColourPop Lippy Stick. That's it. No, you asked me pink, I said no.
It's more of a brown nude.
No, it's not. It's pure pink.
It's more like a It's more like
This is
brown.
pure pink. At least look at your lips. That's pink.
Usually how I wear it, it's like more of like a brown, sorry. usually not apply that. I usually apply it with like brown like underneath it, so it.
Okay, and I'm gonna take the NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. That's your lips. Yeah, this is not the lip I was thinking, because Alisha didn't listen to nothing I said, but we gonna roll with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe 30 Cocoa palette and just take this light pink champagne shade right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and have Alisha apply her own mascara to her top and bottom lashes. So once we've applied the mascara, this is the final look. Not on this look over here.
You put a lot of gloss next, like I said.
Yeah, you guys, so after we've applied the mascara, we are finally done. Yeah, I think it's definitely mommy appropriate. It's like a little smoky, but still kind of the natural side. So it kind of like ties into like her personal style, like mixed with mine.
Yeah,
you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I mean, I can't see it that much up close, but from what I can tell, I like it a lot.
Yeah. I also would have done a different lip, but I had to work with what Alisha gave me, because she gave me completely the wrong lipstick.
Like a lighter tint. If you mine, you should have told me. Then that's
but I used it after I applied lipstick.
Is that my fault?
Anyways, y'all, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up.
Yes.
As well as subscribe to our channel if you have not already.
And also let us know what you guys want to see next for videos, because we'll probably be together again by the end of this month, right?
Or in a month.
Yeah, in a month or so. Yeah, exactly. So comment down below what you guys want to see for our next video together, and we'll keep that in mind. So you guys, as always, have a wonderful day, and until next time, we'll see you all in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.